This episode of Hobie is sponsored by Ho Jeff. Save 25% with promo code HobiePod.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books, movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that's something. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote scripts. All right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 507. 507. I think that's 507.
507.
That's what I'm going with. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Brian.
Hey.
Jim's here this week.
Hi, Jim. Welcome.
I'm glad to be back.
It's very nice of you to be here. It's very nice.
Blake on vacation.
Yeah, he's doing something. I don't know. It is the end of summer, so maybe he's back next week.
Maybe.
He'll definitely be here for the Comic Expo, September 22nd through the 24th.
One of those days.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Real quick, I saw you got stickers.
Yeah, the Hobie stickers have arrived.
So we have stickers now for Hobie that you can come get up by the Queen City panel room. We'll be there. We'll have a little booth outside, and we'll be swarming that whole second floor. It'll be Hobie Palooza. And we'll also have magnets from Steve and Izzy. Everything I learned from movies.
So are we getting signage at the top of the stairs for Hobie Palooza?
We will next year. We will next year. Hobie Palooza. Let's do it. It's going to end up better than Burning Man.
Hobie Palooza with Brad.
Oh, and
It can't be worse than Burning Man.
Burning Man sounded horrible to begin with.
I'm Brad.
Brad.
I don't know so much if Burning Man was bad, but trying to leave Burning Man was bad.
They said there's been arrests today because there's been a mile and a half worth of traffic and people are just stopped. So
How are they able to
So
get
they
out?
arrest people for...
there's been... Whoa, hello. Is it 929, Jim?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. No, they've been getting into fights.
Oh, okay. I thought you said they were arresting because they stopped.
Hey, you're stopped. Get out.
How are they able to get out of the mud?
I finally dried up enough of the road. The road
Wow.
finally dried up.
Between the submersible and then Burning Man, it's almost like Mother Nature is singling out the one percenters.
And the resurgence of COVID. So it's a trifecta.
Yeah.
So Chris Rock had to walk.
Yeah, he caught a ride with Diplo.
Yeah.
Somebody gave him a ride
Who's
out.
Diplo?
He's a DJ.
Okay. So Diplo, I knew it was a DJ, I just couldn't think of his name. Diplo was walking a couple miles.
Yeah, he had to get out of there to go to a gig.
Yeah. And lots of celebrities followed him. It was like, just him just walking along, and he just picked up celebrities along the way. Chris Rock's one of them. And then I think they walked 5 miles, and they had 2 more miles to go, and a truck picked them up. Yeah. So there's actually a picture of them all in the back of the truck. Yeah. I like Chris Rock.
I didn't think you were allowed to ride in the back of a truck.
Are you? We did it when we were kids.
Well, yeah, but we also didn't have car seats when we were kids.
I did. Did you have like a T model? Never mind.
Did you say, did I have a teen mom?
T model. The T model car.
Model T?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
A T model?
T model. It's coming to CBS at 9:30 on Thursdays, right after 5 Depressing Dads. Get ready.
I thought it was 5 depressing dudes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
5 Depressing Dudes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, they could be dads.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could call them dads.
That could be part of the show, to be honest.
They're all dads? Just depressed dads?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
Well, I think fatherhood makes most people depressed.
Well, to be fair, we did sell the title. We just didn't have a script.
We don't have scripts yet. For any.
Some of these we have ideas.
Right.
Ideas. Like the Alaska Kid. That's on Fox at 8 p.m. on Wednesdays. Be ready.
Is that Blake's Adventures?
Yes. That's how we sold it. Blake's Adventures. Sold. Let's go. We only have a couple spots left on the schedule, and we only have 3 weeks left total.
Yeah.
So get ready.
Yeah, I can't wait for us to unveil this
This is gonna be
fall and
amazing.
winter lineup.
Yes. It's going to be amazing. Let's see here. What were we talking? Oh, yeah. So,
We
Burning
weren't
Man.
really talking about anything.
Burning Man looks like a piece of trash thing that I would never want to do. It's 1,000 degrees.
Or it's a monsoon.
Yes.
Like, all of the pictures that I saw and videos, looked so miserable. But I don't understand what is the point of the festival.
I think it looks miserable without the rain.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, to their benefit or they're in the middle of the desert. They weren't expecting a monsoon to drench them and almost drown them out.
If only
'Cause
the
they've
weather people hadn't predicted or told them that was going to be an event that could have been forecasted.
This was scheduled long before they had forecasts.
Is this like Woodstock in the desert? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
It's, I think, less necessarily great bands and just a bunch of hippies being hippies.
Artsy type thing. I really don't know.
I mean, there is music, but I don't know if it's necessarily a music fest. More of a
It's one of Cartman's favorite things that goes on.
burning hippies.
Well, all the hippies together because he loves hippies.
Oh my God, it's a Tuesday through Sunday thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that long.
That seems like a long time.
Yeah, it's an all art and music festival. So it's
Saturday and Sunday, it's themed The Man Burns. So I guess they burn it that Saturday.
Yeah, they
Damn the man.
It's kind of the whole you getting back to your inner peace and feelings, and get in touch with nature. And
Here's the Brian. You know a lot of music.
I do.
So I'm going to give you some of these. Aya, AAYA.
Nope.
Fly.
Nope.
Sayer.
Slayer?
No, Sayer.
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 Nope.
Wiley Cable.
Wile E. Coyote?
Nope.
Nope.
Mr. Carmack Sunrise.
Oh, no. Mr. Carmack's Sunset. That's who I'm familiar with.
Oh, okay. Betty Beat Kitty.
Betty Beat
No,
Kitty.
sorry. Beat Kitty.
Oh.
BEAT Kitty.
Like,
KITTY.
doesn't PETA have a problem with that?
I don't know. You would
I
think.
think they're talking about the music beat.
Oh my God, they're playing till 6.
No, it doesn't matter. It sounds like you're beating a kitty.
Oh,
So on Saturdays, the bands don't go on until 11 p.m. and then they go through 10 a.m. on Sunday.
well, yeah.
well, you sleep during the hot sun and you're up all night.
I guess that does make sense.
Yeah,
with the fires.
Would you want to be out in the 100-degree heat listening
yeah.
to this music?
I'd rather be zipped inside of a tent, like, baking myself like a fucking potato. Look at me. I'm steamed broccoli. I can't wait to get out tonight.
I got this minus 30-degree sleeping bag.
I brought my weighted blanket.
Why doesn't it feel like minus 30 in here? The box says it's minus 30. Is this snake oil? Sorry, that was a plug for whatever that show is. Cosmic Trigger,
Nope.
Star Monster,
Nope.
Diplo,
Yes.
Mr. Carmack. Oh, I bet you Mr. Carmack's playing at Sunrise. That's what it is. Okay, so
Nope.
Mr. Carmack. Okay, Mr. Jennings.
Wait a
Is
minute.
it Ken Jennings?
I think you're just reading like my English teachers or something.
You have my yearbook over there?
Pacific Patters?
Nope.
Delamoon?
Nope.
Oh, here's one. Trippy Hippie.
Nope.
Boston with no O? Bostn.
Oh, I thought it was Boston with no L.
That would be better.
Yeah,
Suds?
because I really can't use the name Boston.
Yeah.
No.
I think somebody else they took that.
Nope.
Question, but instead of a Q, it's a question mark. So it's question estrin? Question?
That's not even a real word.
I know.
That's not a thing that... no.
Not Questlove.
Nope. How about this one? Carly D. That sounds familiar?
Cardi B is familiar.
No, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Heavy D?
Nope.
Nope.
Broken Kites?
No, that's just what happened. Like high winds.
Yeah, that's
Why
an
isn't
event.
there any wind? Do something.
So out of all those, and I'd even give you some of those.
I've heard of one.
Yeah.
Well, you heard of all those that you didn't give him.
Friday, they have a camp crew day off. That's not the band. They just have a day off Friday.
The camp crew day off.
Yeah. So
So
there's no
the
band.
workers don't work that day.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Even more stinky hippies doing stinky hippie stuff.
Do you think there's drugs there?
I mean, the crew have to have fun too, Jim. Do you think that there are drugs there? Did you just say that?
Yes, he did.
It's coming to NBC's at 9:30 on Thursdays after the Weasley family.
So was that like a game show?
Oh,
where,
yeah.
where people do stuff and you have to guess, are they on
Are
drugs?
they on drugs?
Do you think drugs are there? Coming with Jane Lynch. No, Jane Lynch is already doing.
She's doing.
Yeah, she can't host every.
She's on different
Wayne Brady can host it.
She's doing different haircuts.
Yeah, that's right.
On NBC as well on Thursdays at 8
And then
Different hair.
Different hair
with Jane Curtin.
Yes, that's right.
And then the Weasley family. That doesn't seem like it fits. Let's do game show, sitcom, game show.
Hey,
It is NBC.
you know, in this current landscape of television right now, programming, like you just got to go with what's
ever out there.
We're just looking for programming at this point, content.
The best part is CBS has one show on Friday nights, so they're struggling still. They're struggling.
Is it 60 Minutes?
It's running through the sprinkler.
Oh yes.
Is it an hour show?
Nope. It's
2 hours. 2 hours of running.
I'll be honest, by the end of this, it might be a 3-hour show if we can't think of anything else.
It's kind of like the Yule log at holidays.
Yeah.
This is just
The fireplace.
It's just a sprinkler going and just people running through it.
Still better
Plot, no plot, just people running through it.
Still better than ratings than anything on
dog.
Fox. Anything better than Fox.
Can we change? Do an hour and a half of running through sprinkler and like an hour and a half of like bird bath?
Bird bath. No birds. It's just a bird bath.
It's a bird bath, and you can see who drinks out of it.
Oh man. Is
that a dog?
I would legitimately watch that. Like, make that happen now.
Bird bath is on at 8:30. We're not doing
After running through the sprinkler.
Okay, well, I guess that's it. CBS is getting an hour and a half
Of bird bath.
and bird bath.
I legitimately want to buy one of the bird feeders that have the camera in it. Like it has a Wi-Fi camera in it that like records the birds coming in, and like you can. I legitimately want one of those.
Are you 70?
I might as well be.
Okay, just checking.
I mean, talking about cool like bird feeders or what? Did you see the ones that you like put in your window?
Yeah.
Where they come into your house.
Oh, I haven't. I've seen that where you like take the screen out and then it's like a.
You take the screen out and then this is so
It's
like
built-
you put the bird
Yep.
feeder in, the birds come in and they're like
Inside the house,
little
but it's
cut out that they come in and eat, and you can see the birds and they're hanging out in your house. But you know,
And then you open the door and just let them into the rest of the house.
and you could do that if you want. but-
I saw a Newhart episode where they built a birdhouse and it was too big, so they just left it inside the screen window. So that's maybe similar to
it might be similar.
Just to let you guys know, Burning Man tickets are still available.
Is-
$425. Buy tickets now for this year's.
Isn't
That's
it over?
Well, it says 9. Yeah.
Get me a couple, Jason.
Gotcha.
I did just get a Venmo today from Jason, so I might buy a ticket.
You did. That's actually for Dr. Dana.
Actually,
It's for Dr. Dana.
it didn't come from Jason. It came from Jason's wife.
I don't have Venmo, people.
Why not?
I don't have any of that stuff
Why not?
because I just don't care.
Okay.
I'll be honest. Like,
I don't have Venmo either.
as I get older, I really do want less and less technology in my life.
I want less things to have access to my bank account.
I shows them we have no bank account. I'll show you.
My Venmo's not attached to my bank account. I just use it when people pay me, then I pay people out with it.
Just use the balance.
Good call. Good call.
Now, granted, that is not protected.
No.
Your Venmo balance. If they fold, then you lose that money.
That's why it's normally no more than like $100.
You know what? When was the last time digital currency folded? It's not going to fold. We're fine.
Yeah, talk to Freedman, whatever his name is.
Bitcoin is fine.
Oh, Bankman Fried?
That guy.
Doggy coin is fine.
Nope. Hobie coin is not fine.
How are we doing with Hobie coin?
We're in trouble.
Why?
I think we lost all the coins.
They're gone.
How did you lose them?
I just woke up and they were gone. We got hacked.
By who?
I don't know.
It was on the Commodore 64. C.
I don't know.
Computer. How did you get it hacked?
I found 4 Hobie coins.
Oh. Can you wait a minute?
What, on our Commodore?
It was on the Commodore Brian was working on.
Wait a second. We only had 2.
I found one on my Game Boy Color. Jeff found one on his Virtual Boy.
It was red.
I can't use it because I go blind when I try to use it.
Oh, those weren't Hobie coins. Mario just collected them. My bad.
They were yellow. Wait a minute, we're yellow. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
So if you guys haven't figured out, this week is a wild card episode for us.
Yeah. Wild card.
Because someone was too lazy to put an outline together.
I do have an outline, I'll be honest. But
You do?
Over the holiday weekend.
I do have an outline. I actually did have one on Saturday. No, you came Sunday. Saturday. I had like part of one, and I just didn't feel like finishing it.
Our new intern has really dropped the ball.
Who is our new intern?
Georgie McFly.
Yeah, Georgie McFly has been kind of struggling here. Brian, you're in charge of the interns. Get this shit together.
Look, I'm in charge of the Hobie coin.
Yep.
I'm in charge of editing every news article
On the internet.
Mm-hmm. And I'm in charge of our intern now. And I'm in charge of stickers.
Yeah.
You volunteered for sticker duty, to be honest.
Yeah, but if I didn't do it, we wouldn't have stickers.
Well,
And if I didn't do it, we wouldn't have magnets. It's all about compromise. What the fuck are you doing?
Apparently, I'm doing business cards.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing?
I'm bringing myself.
Oh, playing the part of Blake that weekend is Jim.
I'm the talent of the show.
That's true.
Is he? No.
Our true talent's gone this week. He's holding out. Maybe he's with SAG. Do you think Blake is part of the SAG group and that's why he hasn't been here?
Wait, you're saying Blake's the talent?
Well, especially for wild card episodes, because with Blake, we can do a 3-hour wild card episode and not like easily.
We really don't want to. I wouldn't say he's the talent, but maybe that's...
But that's what you just said.
Well, maybe that's... I'm trying to justify the reason for him not being here. Maybe that's it.
Usually you need the talent to show up.
All I'm saying is that guy has been to more baseball games on Tuesday nights this year than even the Reds have. I don't even think the Reds have played that much. So, just saying. You know, he went to Alaska.
I heard that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he went to Alaska. I'm going to take a thing from Jeff's book here. You know what?
I have a book?
No, you don't actually. Sorry, you don't. I'm going to do I think you did this a while back in like episode 15. What grinds your gears?
What grinds my gears?
I think it was even earlier than that, but go ahead.
I'm going to find the article here.
Was that a Homer Simpson?
Peter Griffin.
Peter
Peter
Griffin.
It's Peter Griffin, yeah.
You know what really grinds my gears?
You know what burns my ass? About a flame this high.
Actually, I can't find it now.
Great.
I hate this article, and I'm going to complain about. I don't
Thanks,
know what
Blake.
it is.
Let's see here. Nope, I got it here. I got it.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
This is going to be good,
I got
guys.
it here, and he's like
it's
opening
from
a new
Bustle.
app
Bustle. Bustle.
where Jason gets all his news.
They're performing at Burning Man.
Bustle?
Yeah.
Not Bustle? Bustle?
Bustle.
Oh, okay.
Put it on the board.
Bustle you. Friends, this is the article headline. Friends fans, spot Joey Tribbiani continuity.
Continuity errors.
Yes, that ruins character. And basically, it came down to, like, in the first season, they were talking about how Ross's dog was sent to the farm, and he thought it was still at a real farm. And Joey got it, like, he understood it. Like, oh, yeah. It's dead. Like, they took it away. And in season 10, when Chandler, he tells Joey, hey, I took or season 8 or whatever, I took the duck and the chick to the farm. He believed it was a real farm.
Yeah, because Chandler told him that.
Yeah.
Chandler
It
wouldn't lie to him.
ruined the character.
Didn't he take the duck and chick to a real farm?
Well, that's what one person said. I think it was a real farm, and everybody's like, no. It was, he got dumber as the seasons went on.
Well,
which he did.
Yeah, because the first season they hadn't established themselves.
Yeah.
When they realized second season on, he was just going to be dumb. Yes.
Yeah. But they said it ruined the character because how did you not know that was really dead? Like they were dead.
There is a term for that when a character early on shows a attribute or something that then gets exaggerated as it goes on. It's Flanderization.
Oh, like Flanders from The Simpsons.
Yeah, like Ned Flanders. He was introduced, and then the more they show him, the farther and farther he went. Kevin Malone is one from The Office who's been Flanderized.
We were just Brian and I were just talking about that before you guys came over here about how it was the one episode that Pam's trying to get Dwight for the joke, and she needs the elevator to be screwed up. So it's the P corner one.
Yes.
And I was like, I like that she picked Kevin to rearrange the buttons and do the elevator repair on it. Kevin, can you do this? Sure. Of all the characters to pick, that was the one.
First thing we have to do is establish a P corner. That's the first thing we have to do.
We've been in here for 10 seconds.
So
Quit drinking the water.
I just hate those fucking articles like that. And it's like, and I hardly ever click on it. This one I did just for the show so I can use it as an example. But I'm like, shut it. And then the best part is half the article is from Reddit. Thanks.
Oh, that's journalism these days is just putting clips from either Reddit or from Twitter or wherever they get, and half the article is just these people tweeted this out.
Yeah,
It's not journalism. And everybody, since the internet is so widespread, everybody can give their opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, do what regular people do and just get a podcast.
Yeah. Okay, so give you some of this. Sports Illustrated. Paul Feinbaum declares a college football dynasty is over after the Week 1 game.
TCU.
Or Clemson. Could be Clemson. Yeah, that's one of the articles.
Oregon.
No, it was TCU.
Was it TCU?
Yeah, he's not going to talk about them for the rest of the year.
Okay, who cares?
Were they a dynasty?
They were in the playoffs or in the championship game last year.
And then they lost this week. That's right.
They got beat by Coach Prime.
Wouldn't that be Coach Time?
No, Coach Prime.
Oh.
Another one from Insider. I went to Burning Man. The celebrities who fled the mud this year didn't understand the true spirit of the event.
He's right.
She's
right.
Let's see here.
The true spirit of the event is something that I don't want to join.
Yes.
So they can go out and have fun in their mud.
Yes.
And be stuck there for a week.
I mean, that's the true spirit of the event, though. I mean,
another one from this one, Insider. A travel influencer is clapping back after she was labeled privileged and out of touch for telling people to just book a flight to Thailand.
Well,
just do it.
That's an article. That's a good article.
Is it?
Well, it's an article.
It is an article. You're right.
Let's see here. Let's see. That's about it. Ring of Power Theory. Ring of Power? Is that the Lord of the Rings one?
Yes.
Ring of Power Theory suggests Sauron isn't who you think he is.
Oh.
I don't get it. Like, these are the articles. What is wrong with people? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Somebody help me.
You're talking about them, so they did their job.
Yeah,
Well,
it's the internet. Everybody has an opinion, and they can put it out there. It makes the world a much worse place.
hey, Jim, there's a worrisome a new report arises about Philadelphia Eagles top NFL draft pick, Jalen Carter.
Oh.
Do you click on it? Should you click on it?
What does it say?
Well, he probably got pulled over for speeding and drunk driving again.
Allegedly.
Didn't he kill someone in college?
Allegedly!
No.
Or wasn't he part of some?
He was part of a race.
Someone that died.
Yeah,
in
they were
college?
speeding and
Yeah.
I think maybe racing, drag racing on the street.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. One of them was the...
So he didn't hit anybody.
No.
Just the guy who was racing lost control.
Yeah, I think so. That's the thing. But anyway, so there you go. That's your news articles of the week. So some really hard-hitting journalism. Did you edit any of these?
I didn't get around to Bustle.
Okay.
I was focused on Cincinnati.com most of the week.
I've seen
would
some,
keep you busy.
maybe it was even today, I'm like reading one where it's like, there's stories, and it should be like a 3-line story, and they make it like 18 paragraphs. And it's like, this person had put in a pool, and they didn't know what type of trouble they'd get in. And then they spend 4 paragraphs talking about, him and his wife bought this new house in this lovely neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. And then and they decided to put in a pool. And, well, they love kids, but they didn't think they should let the neighborhood kids swim in their pool. But after being convinced that they should blah, 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 blah. And then he said, but I've got one rule. And that rule was no dogs, because, the lining of the pool is very delicate and blah, 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 blah. And then the kids came in and there was a dog in the pool and it scratched up the lining. So he banned the kids, and now all the neighbors hate him. And I'm only a third of the way through this story.
Was that the big thing? The dog?
I'm like reading it thinking, okay, there's going to be like, and it's, then he put up a fence around his yard, but then the kids still kept coming in. And so he figured he got away, but he'll get back at them, blah, blah, blah. And reading this truck shows up and blah, and he put in security cameras.
He electrified the water.
That's what I was going to say. This is why we know each other so well. I was going to say he put a toaster in there.
But he put signs up.
Yeah.
So he put security cameras in, and then he thought he would fool them by letting it be known that him and his wife were going out of town, and they drove around the block for an hour and came home, and the kids and the dog were in the pool, and the lining was all scratched up again.
First off, I would be suing my neighbors.
Well, he did.
Okay, good call.
He did, and the surprise was they didn't know he had cameras, so when she denied everything and he showed the cameras, he won.
But first off, what asshole neighbors are just jumping the fence and going into the pool anytime?
Well, that was pretty much the point of the story, was they had asshole neighbors who...
Yeah.
It sounds like they were meant for each other.
And it pretty much came from a Reddit page of "Am I the Asshole?"
Sorry, I don't want people in my pool unless I invite them. Right? Like, just a courtesy thing. Like, like if it's my neighbors, like I'm not going to be like, "Hey, I'm jumping in."
Who can afford a pool in this economy?
I do have somebody that
Elon Musk.
There's a friend that was looking at getting a pool, and they had a company come out, and she's like, "It's not like a high end one, like just middle of the road, all this stuff." It was $100,000 just for the pool. And obviously there's plumbing and just to get installed. And she's like, $100,000 for the pool. And I was like, what do you get with that, right? And she's like, well, you have to put the fence up because they don't have a fenced in backyard. Okay, I get that. Plumbing.
Well, there's 90,000 with the fence.
I got a guy.
It's made from gold. There's plumbing, electrical, the excavating and all that stuff, which obviously people don't think about in that. And she's like, I wasn't even in top end stuff in the pool. You could do slides and all that stuff. She's like, I wasn't even doing that shit. She's like, just
ever watch those dream pool shows?
Oh yeah.
Oh, those are nice.
I'm just going to hire those two Mexican guys, or whoever it is that the video's on. Those guys build a pool in
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Like the time stamp, like
Yeah.
the time stamp, and they built like a little gazebo thing out of mud or something.
Oh, yeah,
like that. Yeah. This looks great. And then like water coming down the grass. and
All
that.
you have to do is book a flight to Thailand, and you could do that.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Duh.
That is the worst video ever. It's like, yeah, you can do this. No, I can't. No, I can't.
Have you ever seen Nailed It? Normal people can't.
Nailed it for pools. I'm on it.
Nailed it. Dude, that's just a big mud puddle.
Nailed It. Pool edition.
Coming to NBC at 9:30 on Fridays. Nailed it. Pools. I like it.
Extreme Makeover. Pool edition. By amateurs.
So, and then when they do the 3 people in the beginning. So, George, what do you do? Have you ever built a pool before? I swam. Okay, that's great. That's great. This is Trinity. What have you done?
I use a bathtub.
Okay, good job, Trinity.
I don't like water. I take sonic showers.
Sam, what's your experience? I built a koi pond. The fish died. So
They got electrocuted. I didn't put any electric in there.
So just to make it cost effective, you have $10,000. I'm giving you guys $10,000 each. Go.
Wait, where are you going?
I at least dug a hole.
I just left the 10 grand. I lost.
This is great. I like this show. Brian, what do you think?
Who's the host?
Jason.
Whoa! All
All
right.
season, I'm just having them dig in my backyard. That's all I'm doing. The 10,000 is Hobie coin. So, good luck.
Yeah, you're paying them an IOU.
I like this idea. Honey, we have an 80-foot dug hole in the backyard.
It's now electrified.
The water bill this month is going to be really expensive. Just to let you know.
We filled it up and it just seeped right back into the ground.
The good news is the flowers look great. I like this idea. Let's do it. Jeff, help me out here. I'll invite you over.
I don't want to swim in that pool.
Isn't that a pond?
Pond's better for you. Just to let you guys know. So, yeah, if anybody would like to Venmo us $100,000 for a pool, be great.
It would help, but you don't have Venmo.
Venmo Jason-Brigger.
No, don't. No, I'll give you my Venmo because I actually have it.
Do you have a big enough backyard for a pool?
I do.
Okay. Would you let your dogs in it?
That's the reason I would build it.
Don't get the liner like them, like typical
They're
liner.
going to tear up the liner.
Don't get a liner. There's other ways you can do it. Fiberglass. Let's do fiberglass.
Tile.
Tile works too. Tile works. Concrete.
Several of our resorts have pools.
Yeah. Right.
Not.
Does Kitty City have pool?
Just watching them stare across the table at each other.
Is it Kitty City? Or is it Pussy City? What is it?
Not better.
Pussy Palace?
Pussy Palace might be it.
I saw a dance there.
I'll be honest. They have great pizza. Pizza.
And you don't have to read a bunch of books to get one.
Ba-bump.
No.
I don't know which one of those it is.
You failed, Jason.
I did. Anyways. Anything else we want to talk about here? Or is the show over?
Well, I watched a movie that came out last year that I've been meaning to and just finally got around to it.
What's that?
Babylon.
Oh, is that Brad Pitt?
Yes.
Okay. How was that? Old school Hollywood?
Weird.
That's like the 3-ish hour long one.
Yeah.
With him and
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. Yeah. Okay.
It was kind of out there, but I enjoyed it. I understand why Stephen King came out and said this was one of the best movies he thought was out that year, and it's going to become a big cult classic.
My parents hated it, but they're also 78 and 81.
Yeah, I've heard the stuff your parents do like.
Quiggly Down Under.
Considering the first scene was a big party, like orgy type thing.
Oh, they're fine with that.
Yeah.
They're fine with that.
With lots of drugs.
Oh, is it Burning Man?
This is pre-Burning Man.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
This is where the idea for Burning Man was created.
Created. Is this Tobey Maguire too?
No.
No, seriously, wasn't Tobey Maguire in it?
That was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
No, you know what? I'm going to show you. He was in it.
I bet you don't.
What was it called?
He did show up for about 4 minutes.
Was he?
Yes.
Okay, see? So I'm not completely nuts.
I thought you meant his scene in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
I never seen that movie. I don't like movies about drugs. I think they're...
So you won't like Babylon.
Well, that's not... The whole thing isn't like a drug-induced thing, is it?
Well, Margot Robbie's character is pretty much
Well, yeah.
drugs the entire time.
Yeah. Okay. See, yeah, there's Tobey Maguire in it. He kind of looks like Green Goblin.
Oh, is he wearing, like, did he a skin peel or something?
He's kind of like a
Kind of creepy.
A ghost.
kind of like a Hollywood gangster type.
Huh.
The Hollywood
3 hours and 9
gangsters.
minutes. So you recommend it?
I enjoyed it. Again, it does move on kind of slow at the beginning, but the music is fantastic. I think did it win Academy Award for score? Or?
I do not know.
Look it up. If you had an
You
internet...
just had it pulled up. I thought you were
had
going
the
to look.
IMDb page pulled up of the movie.
No, I didn't. Awards. Golden Globe for Best Original Score.
Won a
you go.
Golden Globe. How's that?
Satellite Award for Best Original Score. BAFTA Award for Production Design. Critics' Choice Movie Award for Best Production.
It was nominated for costumes and for music for Academy Award.
It's a Satellite Award for Best Original Score. I don't know what the Satellite Award is. But
It's given by Satellites.
Oh, okay.
Dave Matthews
I was-
Band gives it out.
Oh, okay. That was a Damien Chazelle movie.
Yes.
Beat me right to it.
Yes.
I'm watching 1923.
It was the guy who directed one of your favorite movies of all time.
Which one's that?
Was it La La Land?
Academy Award Best Picture winner?
No.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well, it was for about 13 seconds.
Yeah. That's a shame. It's a shame.
Yep. How's 1923?
Amazing.
Yep.
Really enjoying it.
Oh, we're going to hear about Duttons again?
No, I'm just saying it's really good. Still watching it. Still moving on. Much better than 1883.
Should we let Brian know about our Pitch Storm play this weekend?
So we played Pitch Storm, and there's a way you can play it now. That
Jason read the rules and found an alternate way.
Whoa.
it's a writer's room, so everybody plays it the original way. You get 2 cards, 2 people, 1 card each. They make up their story. They pitch their idea. It's a great game for people listening tabletop. And so that's the first way. So whoever wins becomes
Well, you're pitching a TV show instead of
Yeah.
a movie. So you're pitching the first season of a television show.
So instead of me and Jeff teaming up with 1 card each, I would get 2 cards. He would get 2 cards. Everybody gets their own version. So it's a plot and character.
And it's great because you don't get stuck with Jason's bad ideas.
I give them on my own.
You know, he has a history of those.
Yes. Yes, he does.
So then round 2 is whoever gets the show made. They're now picking.
They're now the
executive.
producer, and they get to pick for
and
that.
you have
They're
to
the
pick their second season, and you only get to pick plot or character card that you add to the second season.
like, okay, you already got the basis of the show. Now, either, a plot or a character, and fit that in, and you still throw out the notes or whatnot.
Every single one of Jason's ideas had to deal with something with Yellowstone and the Duttons.
It did not.
Okay, just 98% of them had. It's got the Duttons. It's got the Duttons. You know, it's like Yellowstone. It's the Duttons.
I don't think I said that every time. 4 of the 5 seasons.
Ask my sister. She'll.
Shut up. Anyways, so
I mean, to be fair, it's been a while since Yellowstone's been on the air.
correct.
We're missing them.
So my wife is not very good at this game. she's a numbers person. She is not a creative person on that end of it.
Especially like she'll read the cards and she'll come up with an idea, but then when you throw the things out of left field, the twist, she's like,
her head normally just goes down on the table.
It literally fell on the table. So you get through 6 seasons and then you have to make a movie. So our show started, and we won't go through the whole thing, but our show started with my wife and Chris Hemsworth, playing like a Harold and Kumar type thing.
Harold and Kumar on
a couple of stoners get stranded on a deserted island.
Second season, they get a lifeboat. And they're stuck with, on the lifeboat is an AI.
Well, the lifeboat, but they become a superhero.
They do become superheroes.
They join the superhero team on this lifeboat with a girl and her pet dog.
Yep.
The first sentient AI.
Yep.
And a young rising pop star.
Yes.
Yeah, a young rising pop star.
Oh, man.
Third season, they have to. Is that when they get to the city?
No, they got back. They had to cross the war-torn country.
The war-torn country.
They had to bring the Burger King, played by Rob Lowe, across the war-torn country
for trial. Fourth season, is time travel. Fourth season, they figured out it was
fourth season. Yeah, the war-torn country was actually during World War II.
Yeah, it was time travel.
And so there were Nazis and
yes,
and Santa Claus.
And Santa Claus. My wife won that season. Season 5. What was it?
Mars.
Yeah, they went to Mars.
That's where Jason was trying to send them back to the Old West, and they meet the Duttons.
I literally copied a storyline from the show.
Yeah, you know that Yellowstone storyline where they go to Mars.
No, they didn't go to Mars in mine. Mine was the Wild Wild West. That's actually called 2083. 2083. Coming to Fox at 10 o'clock on Fridays.
Ooh.
Is this Wyoming in the year 2083?
No, it's Mars. But it's the Duttons.
The Duttons on Mars.
In the year 2083.
And then the 6th season ended up with pirates attacking the fort.
Oh, no.
And then
I gave Jason a bone and picked his idea finally.
It was a rough year.
I don't know. He said, "What? Me worry?" And I chuckled.
Yeah, because the twist was that it needed to be a comedy. So it was a blood-sucking vampire was also on the Mars. That was the thing, that there's a love interest. That was in season 5. Season 6 became pirates attack, killed him, but then it became a comedy.
And he wasn't really dead.
So it was like, what, me worry? And then the movie, what was the movie?
You know how before you started all this, you said you weren't going to go through and tell me about all of it?
Yeah, well, he didn't go through the movie yet.
And we didn't tell you the ideas that didn't win. Yeah. Each season had 4 ideas.
I'm just showing you that this is how TV shows go off the rails. Like Revolution.
The movie.
Like it just didn't go. Walking Dead. When you're trying to pitch these ideas, you're like, yeah, I can see why TV shows get crappier.
The problem is that we're just going to make Joey dumber. And people can get angry
20 years later.
Hold on. In season 1, Chris Hemsworth was not this bad of a stoner, and now he is. I don't get it.
He was a stoner from the beginning. That was
but he only liked it for recreational use. Now he's selling it. I don't get it. You ruined the character in season 5.
Oh, Brian, the movie, it turned out that everything they went through was just
a dream.
These 2 people trying to escape hell.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That was a good idea.
They were escaping hell.
That was my wife's idea.
Through the Loch Ness.
Through Mars?
No, Loch Ness Monster.
It turned out everything that happened was just
hell.
in hell.
It was in hell, and they escaped it, and they came up through Loch Ness and realized they were still on the island in the middle of Loch Ness, and they turned around. It was only 50 feet from shore.
To be fair, it may have had some loss. It was like,
there it is.
And when they came out, there was someone that asked them what 3 items they wanted them that they wish they would have had the whole time.
Record player.
What record, book, and luxury item would you like to have of your
A yacht.
Ooh, record, book, and luxury item. That sounds like a good TV show.
We're running out of time. Oh, no,
you
there
were
we
just
go.
complaining that you had nothing on NBC on Sunday.
First off, NBC got hooked up with CBS, running through the sprinkler for an hour and a half and Bird Bath for an hour and a half on Friday.
Yeah, I'm saying we could cut into those hours and a half.
You're not going to cut into Brian's bird bath for an hour and a half?
Look,
Okay, fine.
It's the end of the week, and I've been looking forward to this.
You know, there would be a huge Reddit page just for that. Did you see this bird that came in? An African swallow came over. Ooh, an oriole came over. A blue jay.
No, I actually saw some of this on Twitter. It was actually at night, and it was like how many different animals come up.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, actually.
We're 90. We're 90. Yeah. Anything else we got going on here, people?
Caught up on Heels.
Oh.
Since we can't talk about it in 3 weeks.
Who's in that?
That's Stephen Amell.
Are we going to be seeing him anytime soon?
In 3 weeks.
Where at?
The Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Oh,
11 a.m. his panel on Saturday, the 23rd.
Coming strong out of the gate.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
I will be moderating that panel, so come on in, give me some questions.
This most recent episode could have possibly been my favorite of the whole entire show.
I feel like you say that every week.
I haven't said that yet.
Oh, okay.
This most recent episode told like the entire basically backstory that you don't really have.
Okay.
You know, like how he got
Where he was.
where they're at and stuff. Yeah, it's
Was CM Punk beating anyone up in the backstage area in this one?
no.
Well, he's free to go wherever he wants to now.
Yeah,
He might show up.
I mean, he's in the show.
Yeah. And
but-
he might
but
beat people up.
As I said last week, he plays a character called Ricky Rabies.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he probably won't show up
many
as
episodes-
CM Punk.
How many episodes are left this season?
Let's see. I think
42.
there's 4. I think there are 10 episodes
Okay.
a season. Or, yeah, 10. This was 6. So, yeah, 4 left.
Okay. Okay.
I also restarted watching the Newsroom.
Great show.
Incredible.
Yep. Just the first episode, pilot's great.
Yeah.
I thought the third season, which was the last, kind of veered off a
A
little bit.
little bit, but
They went to Mars.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
We waited till season 6
Yeah.
to go to Mars.
Yeah, I liked the Newsroom, but yeah, I thought it kind of went off a little bit. First 2 seasons were fantastic.
yeah,
Still a good show,
very good. Yep.
but okay. Jeff, we got anything?
I was just going to say, I was jump back to when when you asked people to come see the panel and ask you some questions. I just imagined people coming to the Stephen Amell panel and ask Jason questions. So when you're doing Hobie, what's
Steven.
Brian really like?
Nice to see you, Steven. Jason, what's it like
Hey,
working?
Steve, I got a question for Jason.
yeah. So, I can't look. I'm looking forward to Bird Bath.
You would actually need to go talk to Brian. He's outside escorting the guest up here. Just go talk to him. He'll be fine.
So is Blake really that way?
Well, I would say he's out in the hallway, but he may be gone by now. It is 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
It is his anniversary.
He's been here for 18 minutes. He's probably gone.
Yeah. Or he's on the floor somewhere. Just go look.
The meter's about to run out. He had to go.
Guys got some quarters. I'll be right back. I promise.
We get free parking every year.
Where are you parking, Blake? Oh, what? For Blake, he did put this story out there for me.
I was going to say,
go ahead.
If we were still talking about news articles, I had a great one.
Go ahead.
Sports related.
Go ahead.
Headline: Eli Apple's Instagram model ex-girlfriend offering to pay fines for any NFL player who injures him this season.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Apparently, Eli Apple was having some baby mama drama coming to Fox. I heard.
Eli Apple's baby mama drama.
10 o'clock on
Hosted by
Mondays.
Steve Jobs. Instagram model Destiny, who has 3 different children by 3 different NFL players,
Now 4.
is not happy with Apple.
I would be shocked if she had 2 kids with 3 different NFL players.
That would be amazing.
It's got to be a record, right?
Look, I don't get a chance to edit Bro Bible. All right, guys?
Why does it
There's
look like...
just not enough time in the day.
Why does your oldest look like Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan?
According to
He loves feet.
Which one?
According to Destiny, Their son needed a blood transfusion during the pregnancy, and Apple refused, despite being a direct match.
There could be other issues in there.
She goes on to claim he would send her nasty messages via direct message after the child was born. An angry Destiny has put out a bounty on Apple and is currently offering to pay for fines for any player who injures him. If you play against my baby dad, which one? This season, please go for the knees and maybe a hammy. 33 for the Dolphins. I'll gladly zell you back any fines.
Is her dad Greg Williams?
That's it.
I might run on the field and try and take him out.
How much is she offering? I'm sorry.
She's not offering, she didn't put an amount out. She just put out bounties.
Yeah, whatever the fine
Whatever the
is.
fine is,
She'll
pay it.
gladly zell them back whatever they get fined.
You're literally going to have fans running onto the field. Yeah, that's great.
I mean, to be fair,
it was on
Jeff Galuli's running out there.
I think he's dead.
Okay, then.
Cross him off the list, Jeff.
Cross him off the list then.
I feel like that should be a show.
No, we can't just give everything a show, people.
Cross him off the list.
We already have Are You Dead?
Okay.
Are They Still Alive with Ross Marquand?
Well, that can be part of it when they
Well,
find
the
out they're
spin-off is cross them off the list.
when they find out they're dead. Then it's like cross them off the list.
Is that in the show or a separate show?
That's in the show.
Oh, okay, good.
That's
good.
the catchphrase from the show.
Okay.
Are they dead? What? They're dead. Well, cross them off the list
Because
then.
Monday for NBC is all games, like game shows. They have Are They Still Alive with Ross Marquand at 8. We don't have anything at 8:30 yet. 9 o'clock is Double the Wanker. 9:30 is Bag in a Box with Jake Lloyd. So great game shows all through the night. So
I mean,
we're a classy show.
Well, I guess maybe that is a good segue to
Double the Wanker.
moment of silence.
Oh.
No, cross them off the list.
Yes.
The people who may have passed this week.
Okay.
Jimmy Buffett. Steve Harwell of Smash Mouth.
He was an all-star.
Gary Wright, the singer of Dreamweaver and other things.
Anyone else?
Those are the ones I'm aware of.
Okay.
I don't know.
They come in threes.
Yes.
They were all former singers, so.
Well, speaking of dead people, pilot has died after the plane he was flying as part of a gender reveal party in Mexico crashed on Saturday.
That's okay. Don't worry about what we see over there. Don't worry about that plane crash. Just look at this.
Per CNN, where Brian
blue!
It was pink.
It was pink. Per CNN,
I had a 50-50 chance.
Per CNN, where Brian edits off everything from. Video posted
except for that.
Video posted online shows the plane releasing pink smoke as it flies over a couple waiting in front of a sign that reads, "Oh, baby." The recording captures the moment the plane's left wing appears to separate from the fuselage as it flies away from the group of people below.
You can just say fuselage like it's nothing. Yeah, that's amazing.
That's a word you can pronounce.
That's amazing.
But put charcuterie in front of him, and he struggles all day
I'm getting better
long.
at it.
Sorry, that just really.
I'll fuck this up. Don't worry.
No, congratulations though. Like he's actually giving you props.
I'm giving you
Thank
a compliment, Jason.
Thank you. It's kind of like when I said, Brian, I like that you're here.
Yeah.
Authorities in Navaloto, Sonora State told CNN en Espanol, CNN's
He was
sister
so
network,
close.
that the pilot died in the hospital following the crash. Alan Francisco Rangel of the Sonora Red Cross told CNN that paramedics treated the pilot at the crash site in San Pedro, Navaloto, and then took him to a local hospital where he died.
Last night I dreamt of San Pedro.
Gender reveal parties were conceived as a fun way of telling
We
family.
don't need the history of the gender reveal party.
Well, you always said that you had an article that's 18 paragraphs long that should only be 3. Here you go. Now it's hitting CNN. Originally, low-key affairs involved cutting of the cake with colored ice in, have now moved on to risky and expensive gender reveals.
But really, we don't have to read the entire thing about gender reveals.
Yeah,
We go into it, talk about how the cameraman's filming this, and the plane comes up in the background, and the wing kind of breaks off, and it's kind of fluttering there
Yes.
as it goes up the smoke. Everybody celebrates the smoke and starts like going what they're doing, and the cameraman's kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, he looks, sees the plane, and then moves back over to watch the couple celebrate and throw streamers and shit. And I'm like, you just saw the plane crash. Why did you move the camera away from?
He did call 911.
He was the one that called 911?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know what? The parents were like, "You ruined our gender reveal party."
It was all part of the plan.
God,
It was a cartel hit.
for one man, for our baby to be born, we had to sacrifice.
I was a little
Cartel
surprised.
hit. Put that on NBC.
Cartel hit.
I'll give you that. That's on Mondays at 10.
Hosted by Edward James Olmos.
Is it a game show?
It's a game show.
No, it's like
What's the...
Unsolved Mysteries. It's all about cartel hits.
And then the
I
ending.
was thinking it was like the What Would You Do, where they put people into a situation to see how regular people react.
Or it could just be like an hour-long drama featuring Edward James
I like
Olmos.
the Unsolved Mysteries thing, and then at the end of each segment, he goes, "Is it a cartel hit? Right, you decide."
Yeah.
It's like a baseball. You make the call.
Yeah.
Is it a cartel hit?
But what I was surprised on was this took place in Mexico, and they had the big sign that said "Oh baby" in English. Mm-hmm. I was expecting them to, like, I guess they didn't want to
Oh,
write,
baby-o?
"Oh, niño," because then you would know the gender, because Spanish words are all gendered. So if you,
Nina or Nino?
yeah, so if they had that sign, you would know the gender.
The more you know. Anyways.
It's Spanish for the Nino.
How do they know the gender of the kid? It didn't decide yet.
Down
Moving
the
on
hall.
down the hall. Here we go.
I mean, I don't know how any of these gender reveal parties could do that.
They have them when the kid's 14.
To be fair, the mom did have the two dads there. So it was a mom, two dads, just like the...
No, it wasn't. I
Oh.
saw the damn video.
Well, fine.
You're just ruining the
I'm talking about the NFL lady.
It was Eli Apple. And
That's what I was going for, Jeff. Anyways, it was Eli Apple.
I'm going back to 3 news stories pre this.
Sorry, my bad.
God, now you're...
Are you having a stroke?
I'm having your speech impediment.
Okay.
It's contagious.
It's a brain impediment.
I'm having your brain impediment.
Let's see here. Per Deadline, there's another one of Blake's. Judging from talking restaurants on the Telluride gondola, one of the films...
Telluride?
There you go.
Gondola?
Gondola.
Gondola?
Gondola. Gondola.
Gondola?
Yeah, that's what I said. One of the films provoking the strongest reaction at the festival this year. What festival?
The Telluride Film Festival?
Oh, okay.
Gee.
Is The Mission, the National Geographic documentary directed by Adam McBain and Jesse Moss, tells the story of missionary John Cho,
Nice to meet you.
whose shocking demise in 2018, is it shocking? Made headlines around the world and won him a Worsley Award.
Won him a Worsley Award.
The world premiere and screenings have triggered debate over the ethics of Christian missionary work, particularly when it involves attempts to convert indigenous people who have little or no previous contact with outsiders, as was the case in this. He took it upon himself to try bring the gospel to the North Sentinese, a group living on a remote island in the Andaman Sea, Andaman,
Adamancy?
After initially being
Adamson.
on day one.
On the Alzheimer's Mountains?
After initially being repelled by a warning shot from an arrow, Chow returned the next day and was felled on the beach. His body was never recovered. Let's see. Quote, "This wasn't an impulsive act. It was a very considered methodical act. And John himself was a smart, really kind of likable young man," Moss told Deadline. "The exact circumstances of his death are not known." Arrow?
Well, again, the good book saved him the first time.
It did.
Because he got shot with an arrow and it hit the Bible.
Yes, and he thought that was a sign.
It was.
It was a sign that you just
It was a sign
saved
from
your life.
From the tribe telling you to get the fuck out of there.
And God's like, okay, I'll give you one.
Fool me once.
What are you doing going back, man?
Quote,
And that's how you win a Worsley Award.
He did die on the island, yet he had dreams of living there, of spending his life there, of preaching to these people.
Well, he spent his death there.
Because
He spent the rest of his days on that island.
so little is known about the
It was
tribe.
the longest day of his life.
No, I think it was the shortest.
Because so little is known about the tribe and the circumstances of his death. It was an arrow! There are a lot of unanswered questions. Nope. And that's what the film attempts to do.
Oh, great. They went to the island and 17 film crew got killed.
There's a documentary about that.
I kind of want to see this documentary.
Those documentarians were. It's just a never-ending loop
It's
of
Groundhog Day.
of documentaries.
Eventually they're going to run out of documentary crews. What happened to the last 6? Well...
We have this found footage.
No, they don't because they can't get to it.
Oh, snot bubbles!
To examine the circumstances and meaning of his self-appointed mission, the filmmaker spoke with friends, fellow evangelicals,
And North Sentinels.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys. What do you guys got?
Stay away.
Do you not see our bows and arrows, sir?
We have a sign that says no trespassing and beware the dog.
Yeah, we have this no trespassing sign in a language that no one else reads or speaks because we have
Because nobody ever gets this close.
Also, ex-missionary Daniel Everett, who spent decades among the indigenous pariah people of Brazil's Amazon rainforest.
Endurers.
And historian
Injurious.
Adam Goodhart.
Didgeridoo.
Historian Adam Goodhart, Godspeed, author of the soon-to-be published book, The Last Island,
What?
from The Rock. The movie The Rock. The Last Island, Discovery, Defiance, and the Most Elusive Tribe on Earth. Who approached the island 20 years before Chow, but wisely kept a safe distance from the shore.
Hey, that guy's intelligent.
And you know what?
He's around about
today to tell you.
He
tell the story.
Quote, I stayed a few hundred yards away, Goodhart said. Let's see here. Yeah. Everybody wants to be the person who makes the first contact with the last uncontacted group.
No, we don't.
I have zero desire to be the first person to make contact
Everett
with.
said, and that's sort of an egocentric thing.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
He went to the territory as a young man, this is the one in Brazil, with his family intent on translating the Bible into the natives' language. He first had to learn the language, which was a painstaking process. So really a pain in the ass. How come they don't know English here? Eventually he became skeptical of his mission and rejected the notion that he possessed superior knowledge to the tribe.
Well, that's all right. I hope he's not trying to translate the Bible from English to their language because it was already fucked up when it was translated to English.
That's what he was trying to do.
But the Bible's been fucked up when it was translated to English. Now he's going to fuck it up even worse for them.
Chow, who was shot by the people, supposedly, left behind a diary.
Supposedly, no, he was shot.
We don't
by
know
them.
what caused his death.
The arrows.
Could I ask Stephen Amell about those arrows?
Just be like, so, archery. Thoughts?
What do you think?
Thoughts.
Big fan or no?
Chow left behind a diary in which he speculated that the North Sentinel Island might represent Satan's last stronghold on Earth, because the indigenous people hadn't been exposed to the Word of God. But Davis,
Or Satan.
But Davis,
How does he know?
But Davis, his friend, said he believed Chow's main priority wasn't to evangelize them,
Yeah. Yes.
but to
Evangelicalize.
teach them about the book of Genesis. It's, quote, when God gives Abraham the mandate to be a blessing to the people, and so that is what he tells him to do. So there you go. Davis says, I think this is kind of where the secular world gets tripped up and the Christian world gets tripped up because the Christian world gets caught up in it. What the fuck is that? Get the fuck out of there. Yeah. As seen in the mission,
What?
We're just going to skip all
Him
that.
no read good.
because that was a horrible quote.
Hey, don't you get the fuck out of there.
No, we don't know what the quote was because you butchered it.
No, it was a horrible
Are you
quote.
still reading about this?
Okay, so here we go. Last thing. As seen in The Mission, the documentary, there's evidence Chow... Oh, I was wondering what you're talking about. Chow was...
It's 9:29.
Chow was influenced not only by the Bible, but by adventure stories like Tintin, Robinson Crusoe, and the Narnia books, and movies like End of the Spear. So there you go.
The Narnia book.
Do you guys have a closet I can go through, a wardrobe?
I legitimately have no fucking idea what you're talking about anymore.
That's what the guy that was shot, allegedly, was talking.
He really was.
You don't know that, Brian.
The Narnia books is a Christian allegory, if you didn't realize. So a lot of young Christians read those books and inspired them to go out and get shot by North Senegalese.
I feel like I want to give this guy a
Whatever
second
it is.
Worsley Award. Just because rehashing it makes me think that he deserves it again.
He's not going to win this year's, though.
No. The funny
There's
thing
a couple billionaires already lined up for that.
Hey, Brian, what happened to that sub?
They were bolted in.
Spoiler alert to this year's floppies.
May have already been voted on.
It didn't even need to be voted on. We spent 30 minutes on an episode talking
Let's
about
just say if they don't win, then something really big happened in the next couple months.
a documentary crew goes to the island.
It's called Burning Man.
I just like that they're like, yeah, we don't know what happened because we never got his body. You can't get his body.
He might still be
ate
alive.
him.
He might be there evangelicalizing them.
Or he might be their pet. I mean, at this point.
He was dinner.
The worst part is, this tribe is known to be, like, not friendly to outsiders. They don't want people to come to them. They say it on their sign. Do not come here.
But no one can read it.
But nobody can read it because they don't know the language.
Still.
What if it was like Gilligan and the skipper?
That killed him?
No, that crashed on the island.
and the
one day.
millionaire and his wife.
Oh, they would
Yeah.
kill him.
The movie star and
This
the
tribe would
rest.
kill him. I mean, it takes effort to get to this island. Like, they're hidden pretty good for a reason. Like, let's not go there. Just leave them alone. Just leave them. There's no reason.
But their souls are in danger.
Clearly, God had a plan for him, Jason.
Seriously, Jason, I gave that one to you on a T and you ignored
I missed it.
me.
I'm sorry. What was that?
You were like, just move on. And I was like, but their souls are in danger.
Our lives are in danger. Clue. Good times. Who cares? Our lives are in the danger. Anyways, so
Get out of here, you beatnik.
it's a great show. We do have some
Oh,
questions for the wild card episode.
All right. Blue.
From
13.
From Doug,
Yes.
42.
Chili Billy.
number one fan.
Ape hands.
7.
Beaver Hands. Can't give yourself a nickname.
Beaver hands. I'll never not laugh at that.
Are you going to say that to him at the expo? Beaver Hands.
Yeah.
If anybody needs to exit the Queen City room, please look up Beaver Hands over there.
That's how I'm going to introduce him when we record our episode.
Beaver Hands. Anyways,
Dad.
Doug goes, when will you have a good wild card episode, and why will it not be tonight?
Well, see, Doug, if you listened up to this point, the last 15 minutes
That's why.
of whatever it was that Jason just tried to read about.
He says he wants to do wild card and wants us to talk about stuff, then talks for 45 minutes himself.
Those were two Blake articles.
You didn't have to read them word for word.
I didn't. There was still 15 paragraphs left on that last one.
To be fair,
There weren't. I read it. There weren't any paragraphs
Oh.
left. You got to the end.
To be fair, he didn't actually read a lot of those words. He spoke them,
He spoke what he thought.
they were.
I said Fusel's a lot.
Now he can't say it. That is perfect.
That's it. We're done. We've
Fuselage.
we got it. We can't.
It's our best wild card ever.
We can't get any better.
Oh, and I even made a top 5.
You did?
Well, yeah, it's wild card. Make your own top 5.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't do that.
Well, make it up now.
Randall at RJ Holt 666. He's not evil.
He's just handled that way.
He's just my brother.
He'll be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo as well.
Ooh.
Will be help us. Preseason Super Bowl picks. He would like us to say.
Well, it's obvious everybody here is taking the Bengals and not taking the Arizona Cardinals.
We want to pick the Cardinals and the Bengals in the Super Bowl. I feel like this is the year for the Cardinals.
Right.
Who's your quarterback?
We don't know. We're going to do it by committee.
It's a Zune guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm going to, I'll obviously take the Bengals because, I have to because I'm a homer. But I think they're going to beat the Vikings. It's the Vikings year.
Okay.
Bengals over the 49ers. Get the monkey off the back.
Okay. Brian?
I'm going to say Bengals.
Got quiet there.
Chargers.
Can't. They're in the same conference.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
It's new. It's new this year. I'm changing the rules of football
I like it.
just because I want to see Burrow and Herbert
Okay.
as many times as possible.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Bengals.
Okay. I'm going Bengals in Arizona. It's my team. I feel like Arizona's going to upset the board.
How about Arizona versus Houston for you?
Arizona versus Seattle. I think that's
Can't.
Brian's already writing the rules. You can't. You can't.
Oh. Okay, I'm going Bengals versus Seahawks.
Well,
Gino?
you can just see the Seahawks changed conferences again.
Oh, they just moved conference in the middle of the season.
Yep. There you go. That's our pick. And we have one from Brian.
Hour.
Yep.
The emotional and financial.
The Canadian of the year.
The emotional and financial impact of Star Wars droid on society. I want a 15-minute dissertation from Brian on this one.
What?
Emotional and financial impact of Star Wars droids on society.
On our society or the society in Star Wars?
I don't know. On society.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the Android phone.
He said...
So...
Well played.
I mean,
I'm not a fan of the Android phone.
that, to me, really kind of sets life back, I guess. I really have no idea what that even means.
You got 14 more minutes.
Well, you saw on The Mandalorian this last season that the droids were really important to that one planet because they kind of took over and wouldn't let the people do anything.
That is true.
Yeah,
But and they were
Did
like
you just copy off him?
and they were like recommissioned battle droids, but they were they pretty much zeroed out their training and gave them fresh new stuff to do.
Oh, wow.
But some of them reverted back to old training.
I hope that answered your question, Brian.
Brian Hour's question.
Brian Hour, not yours.
Yes, because I still don't know what any of that means.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
Well, that's a good time to break before we get to the top 5, which is one of them or two of them. Let's go to our friends at Jock and Nerd.
Do you ever wonder when Spider-Man goes to the bathroom if the toilet paper sticks to his fingers?
Do you ever wonder why Superman wears his underwear outside of his pants?
My name is Imran.
My name is Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And we're your hosts for the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we sometimes try to attempt to answer these questions.
This is a full spoiler podcast, and we swear a lot.
Check it out for awesome geek news, interviews, and comic book reviews. Visit jockandnerd.com. We are your superhero TV, movies, and comic book culture curators.
Boom.
Jockandnerd.com. Jock and Nerd.
Thank you, Jock and Nerd.
Brian, would you like to give us some top 5 music?
Oh, we're doing that this week?
Yeah, don't we have top 5 music? Get to the back.
You found it last week.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
All right, come on.
I already hit that one.
Ooh, I like that
Oh,
one.
that one's terrible. That's the worst of them all.
Top five. We didn't even plan that.
Nope. That wins. That one's the one that made us want to go top five.
I always want the Batman going no, top five.
But put it on the mixer.
I'm not allowed to touch the mixer.
Me neither, but I still do. Anyways, moving on. Top five, Jeff. What's your top five?
Am I the only one with a top five?
I'll come up with one.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
My top five is my top 5 favorite words that begin with the letter D.
Okay. Okay.
And I will start the word doubt. Because silent B's kick ass.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Well, I like doubt better.
Do you have a number 5 for anything, Brian?
Diarrhea.
Cha-cha-cha.
I got a top five. Top 5 names for Kitty City when it gets renamed.
It's not.
Pussy City is number 5. Okay.
No.
Jim, number 5.
Red Foreman.
Okay.
All right. My number...
What's your number 4? Hold on, it goes to Jim still. 4.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're on wild card. We can do it any way we want.
Do I get a 5?
You just did diarrhea.
I thought diarrhea was your 5.
No.
No,
That's what he has to do.
okay, what's your number 5?
That's his to-do list, not his top 5 list.
I just did.
Okay.
Just go, man.
Go, man.
Okay.
Timothy Oliphant.
Okay. Okay. Jim, number 4.
Should Brian do number 4s?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Taylor Kitsch.
Okay.
Stephen Keaton.
Okay. Feline yacht.
Cat
Okay.
boat. Fucking cat boat.
No, feline yacht. It's a nice, expensive yacht for felines.
Feline yacht.
Why am I defending you?
I don't know. 4 for you.
4 for me. This was one that I added to the list
Okay.
when I heard Jim mention it earlier tonight, and I thought, I have to arrange my list.
Okay.
It is didgeridoo.
Ooh. Okay. Number 3.
Number 3 for me, I am going with the word dreadnought.
Ooh, I like
That's a good one.
That's a good. I mean, that strikes fear into the people who hear that word,
Yep.
like the actual ship should.
Okay.
Or the G.I. Joe characters.
Well, I think they were dreadnoughts with a K.
That was Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, but
I get it, though.
that's where they got their name
Oh
from.
yeah, that's where they got their name from.
Number 3, Jim.
Don't you have a...
Yeah, you're
I'm
next.
sorry.
Yeah,
Tabby's Tabernacle.
they're getting worse.
Number 3 for you.
Oh, I hobied this one.
Okay, go ahead.
It'll be Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin.
Okay.
That is a good one.
Number 3, Brian.
Number 3 for me, Sylvester Stallone.
Okay.
Number 2 for you, Brian.
Number 2 for me, Keanu Reeves.
Okay. Number 2 for you.
Man, I'm not sure what your number 1 will be.
Okay.
Number 2.
Number 2 for me is Randy Marsh.
Okay. Number 2 for me for other names for Kitty City, Pusses. Number 2 for you.
Okay, pusses. Number 2 for me is doppelganger.
Ooh.
Because Germans have cool words.
Doppelgangers.
Jawohl.
Okay.
And number 1 for me, my favorite word beginning with the letter D, defenestration.
Are you throwing somebody out a window?
I am not personally doing it, but it is my favorite way to kill someone.
Who's next? Is that me?
You are next.
Number 1 for me is Tomcat's Town. Tomcat's Town. There you go.
So, Brian, are you going to stab Jason later on tonight, or while we're still taping?
Number 1?
To be determined.
Okay.
Number 1, Jim?
Everybody's favorite, Cliff Huxtable.
Okay.
Number 1?
Number 1 for me, John Bernthal.
Okay.
That's your favorite actors?
There's just 5 people that I came up with in my brain.
Jim, what's yours?
Favorite
Dads?
television dads?
Worst television dads?
Just 5
Television dads?
5 characters I just thought of.
Okay.
Oh, they had something in common? Oh, I didn't get that.
So there you go. There's your top 5.
I also had honorable mentions.
No, fuck it. Hey, what?
I
What else?
did.
Go ahead.
I mean, there's the word dollop. Dollop is a good word. I like
Okay.
that. It's a good measuring word.
Okay.
And this one that I hobied because they go great together. Dungeons and Dragons. That was originally going to be number 5 until Didgeridoo came on the list. I bumped it for Didgeridoo.
Brian, are we going to play that this weekend? Dean?
After what?
No, that's Frogger you're going to play.
After what you've done tonight? No,
I was giving you good names for when you redo the name.
I'm not redoing it.
Pussers. That's a great one. Motown Municipal. Mousers. How about Mousers?
What did you just say?
Motown Municipality? That's a
Motown Municipality is what you said.
Mousers.
Meowtown.
You need to name your business.
He's got one. Meowtown. That was Jeff. He came up with that one. I'm just giving you names. I think you're missing out. To be fair, I really do forget what you're taking.
He's just putting syllables together now.
Actually, I looked up other words for cities and other words for kittens. So that's why.
And you got yacht?
Well, yacht I just kind of made up on my own. Anyways, titles for the show. Anything?
I have Meowtown.
I have Didgeridoo.
I have Tomcat Town.
No.
I have Do You Think There Are Drugs There? Jason has a history of those. It's the end of the week, and I've been looking forward to this. And maybe a hammy.
Maybe a hammy.
I'm changing the rules to football. He lived to tell the story. And Alzheimer Mountains.
Woo! It's a rough one. Brian?
Give me a better one.
Anything?
Fuselage.
Jim?
Alzheimer Mountain.
Jesus, there it is.
Maybe after this, no one will confuse us for a medical podcast.
Or a geography podcast. The sad part is they got lost in the Alzheimer Mountains.
They couldn't remember their way out.
That's it. They got lost in the Alzheimer Mountain.
Bad idea of the week. It was so good we had to repeat it again. Number 9, going to an island for of tribes that don't want to be talked to and getting shot a second day.
A second day?
A second time, yeah.
Yeah, second 2 days in a row he got shot at.
Like you said, God let him have the first one.
Well, back to the regional outline next week. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history, not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.